Opening day, Canterbury Park 2020. The Prides of Canterbury will be throwing it down at Shakopee. And let's take a look at the late pick four, races 5, 6, 7, and 8. Kind of a mixed bag of contenders here. We've got started off with the maiden special weight race. Then we go to, and we actually end it with a $5,000 claimer. But I think today we'll start off with just kind of a small ticket, get a little bit of action in, see how the track is playing, and make our move. We're recording this on Wednesday afternoon. The early scratches have been announced, and so far, just really nothing to change up on the pick four except in race 6. Number 13 and 14, the also eligibles have been scratched. As we record this, everybody else is in for opening day. Starting off with the maiden special weight, I think this is kind of a wide open race, and I don't want to get too chalky and start with a couple of maybe underlaid contenders coming off a layoff. So my top 3 contenders are the 9. That's my top pick, Baby Gordita. I'm also going to mix it in with a couple of mid-price shots in Temjin Lady and Binding Time. I think those are also 3 contenders. I think of the 4 races, this is the race you definitely want to spread, as I think you could easily make a case for 4 or 5 horses. Another horse to take a look at is the 7 horse, Sober Peace. The morning line is 20 to 1 on that horse, and I don't think you're going to get that at all. I think you're going to see probably about 8 or 9 to 1 on Sober Peace. I'm going to spread a little bit in this race, going with the 3 main contenders, 5, 6, and 9, and Baby Gordita is my top pick. In the 6th race, I'm going to kind of let it ride with Overly Lucky. I like the big win last year as a 2-year-old, now makes its first, as a 3-year-old, makes its first start as an older horse here. Won by 9 lengths in its second lifetime start, so I think that hints a little bit that he can fire a little bit fresh. This trainer doesn't get a lot of wins at Canterbury, but I think he's competitive in this spot. So I think, you know, rather than try to go deep in this race, I'm just going to let it ride with Overly Lucky. Now in the 7th race, I'm going to go 3 deep. Again, this is another one where Blue Dancer looks like a solid selection here, but I'm going to take another shot with Why God and Unleash the Beast. As Unleash the Beast, to me, looks like he's got a little bit of a pace-pressing trip. I like the fact that he ran a couple of times at Will Rogers Downs, and I think can be competitive in this spot. You know, the obvious contender, and I think the favorite here is going to be Blue Dancer. Now 8 years old, and definitely likes the Canterbury Oval, so definitely some people will be key on that horse. But again, I think on opening night, you want to kind of try to sniff out a few horses that can possibly be some overlays here. And then I'm going to close out the sequence tonight. Again, it's kind of a smaller ticket, just want to see how it shakes out. The key horse in the whole leg is going to be Fairly Honest. That's the one to keep an eye out on for. I like the races at Oaklawn Park. I thought the last 2 times it was kind of bottled up on the inside. I like the outside post position here. And really in another race where I can make the case for 4, 5, 6 contenders, a lot of them coming off layoffs, some of them coming in from other tracks, I'm just going to rely on the class of Oaklawn Park to try to get me home here with Fairly Honest. Opening night, again, until we get a look at to see who's running and running well, we're going to go a smaller ticket and just 1 ticket in this spot. Again, races 5, 6, 7, and 8 at Canterbury Park. The championship meet, the hallowed grounds of Hoister Flag. The pick 4 is going to start off with 3 horses, and we're going to end with Fairly Honest as my singleton. Don't forget, hit subscribe, share this with your other horse racing friends, and we'll lead you through the Canterbury Park meet for 2020.